If time travel existed, imagine the boundless possibilities. Humanity could reshape history, save innumerable lives, and redefine our entire existence. But what if it's already real, lurking undiscovered? What if this grand idea is not mere fiction, but a reality hiding in plain sight? Perhaps evidence already exists among us, waiting for the discerning eye. Dive in with us, exploring 15 photos that might just prove time travel is real. Number 15.1940S Hipster. This intriguing individual was noticed in a photograph taken during an event in 1941. At first glance, the image, rendered in classic black and white, appears unremarkable. It captures a moment at the Bralorne Pioneer Museum, where a crowd eagerly awaits the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Gold Bridge, British Columbia. The crowd appears typically of its time, folks clad in 1940s attire, donning hats and coats. However, a deeper inspection reveals an anomaly. Amidst this 1940s backdrop, there's a conspicuous young man, perhaps in his early 30s. Strikingly, he sports what looks unmistakably like a modern hoodie, a graphic tee, and a pair of sunglasses. But his attire isn't the only element that's anachronistic. Clutched in his hands is a device resembling a camera. While cameras were indeed in circulation in the 1940s, this particular design aligns more closely with models from the 1990s, a striking 50 years in the future. Considering these perplexing details, one can't help but leap to an audacious conclusion. This man might very well be a time traveler. Possibly hailing from the 1990s, he seems to have journeyed back to this moment for reasons only he knows. This single photo, with its myriad of out-of-time elements, offers tantalizing evidence that time travel might indeed be within the realms of reality. Number 14. The immortal Vladimir Putin time travel narratives in movies captivate us, as protagonists journey through different epochs. But what if such narratives were grounded in reality? Enter Vladimir Putin, the subject of 3 compelling photographs taken over disparate time frames. In each, he is depicted as a Russian soldier, spanning decades, from the 1920s to 1941 to as recent as 2015. The time gaps between these photos are staggering, leading to wild speculations. Could Putin be a time traveler, hopping between eras? Or perhaps he's an ageless entity, safeguarding Russia through centuries? A more skeptical perspective posits that these images might merely showcase 3 distinct men who bear a remarkable resemblance to each other. A specific website denotes the chronology of the photos, highlighting the first from the 1920s and the last from 2015, a whopping 95-year difference. And yet, the figure in the 2015 image appears youthful, defying the natural aging process. Some of Putin's fervent supporters have even embarked on quests, proclaiming their leader's immortality. They suggest he's been gracing our Earth for millennia. Regardless of one's stance on the matter, the intrigue is undeniable. The riddle persists. Is Putin a time-hopping individual, or are we merely seeing an uncanny succession of lookalikes across generations? Number 13. Modern-day Greek. Throughout history, archaeologists have unearthed relics that provide glimpses into bygone eras. Among these, certain artifacts mystify and defy our understanding of history. One such enigmatic discovery is a statue that intriguingly resembles a modern Greek woman engrossed in what appears to be a laptop. This piece, titled Grave Niskos of an Enthroned Woman with an Attendant, resides in the J. Paul Getty Museum in Malibu, California. While the museum's description of the artifact plays it down, referring to the object in the woman's hands as a shallow chest, a closer inspection evokes wonder. As the central figure sits regally on her throne, her aide seemingly presents her with a device eerily reminiscent of today's laptop, even seemingly featuring USB ports. The conundrum here is evident. The statue hails from ancient Greece, a time untouched by the digital revolution, devoid of smart gadgets, let alone laptops. This puzzling discovery naturally provokes speculation. Could this artifact be evidence of time travel? How could an ancient Greek woman possess a device strikingly similar to a modern-day laptop? The mystery endures. Number 12. Man from the Future. In 2003, the FBI detained Andrew Carlson, a 44-year-old who astoundingly turned a mere $800 investment into a staggering $350 million within just 2 weeks. Such a meteoric rise in the stock market raised eyebrows, leading many to suspect insider trading or fraudulent activity. Upon interrogation, Andrew made a jaw-dropping claim. He was a time traveler from the year 2556, privy to stock market movements. The media was ablaze with tales of this purported man from the future. Further intensifying the enigma, the FBI's investigations revealed no trace of Andrew Carlson prior to 2002. The climax of this bewildering episode came on April 3rd, the scheduled day for Andrew's court appearance. He vanished, never to be seen again. Some theorize he returned to his original time, leaving behind a world grappling with his inexplicable story. This perplexing case of Andrew Carlson stands as a compelling testament, tantalizingly suggesting the possibility of time travel's existence. Number 11. The Philadelphia experiment remains one of the most enigmatic and debated events in military folklore, teeming with conspiracy theories that touch upon the realm of time travel. In 1943, during the height of World War II, a Cannon-class destroyer escort was reportedly involved in a clandestine operation. The objective? To develop groundbreaking technology that would cloak naval ships, rendering them invisible to enemy radars. This covert test, according to some sources, took place at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. As the story goes, once the machinery aboard the ship was activated, witnesses reported an ethereal green-blue luminescence emanating from the ship's hull. But then, the truly inexplicable happened. The ship vanished. To further fuel the mystery, some claim that for a brief moment, the ship materialized at the Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia, before it rematerialized back at its original location in Philadelphia. This bewildering teleportation, spanning hundreds of miles in mere seconds, has been the fodder for countless debates and speculations. In the annals of unsolved mysteries, the Philadelphia experiment occupies a prominent place. Did it represent a brief, unintentional foray into time travel or teleportation? Or was it a mere optical illusion, misunderstood and exaggerated over time? To this day, the event remains shrouded in ambiguity, leaving many to wonder about the boundaries of scientific possibility. Number 10. The Swiss ring is a tale that has intrigued many, posing questions about the potential existence of time travel. In 2008, amidst standard excavations, a baffling discovery was reported by various media sources. An archaeological team, while excavating a sealed tomb nearly 400 years old from China's Ming Dynasty, stumbled upon a peculiar find. As the team meticulously cleared the dirt off one of the coffins, a rock-like object fell, producing a distinctly metallic sound upon striking the ground. Closer inspection revealed it wasn't a rock at all, but a watch, remarkably modern in appearance and small enough to be worn as a ring. Intriguingly, the watch hands were frozen at 10:06. What further deepened the mystery was an engraving on the back of this Swiss ring, the word Swiss, or Switzerland, in English. This detail presented a historical conundrum. Switzerland, as a recognized state, wasn't founded until 1848. How then could a watch bearing its name find its way into a tomb from between 1368 and 1644? The incongruity between the tomb's age and the ring's implied origin year has left many scratching their heads. Could this truly be a relic misplaced through time? Or is there another explanation yet to be uncovered? This Swiss ring remains one of the tantalizing hints at the possibility of time travel. Number 9. Time-traveling surfer, the photograph from 1917, often dubbed the time-traveling surfer, has puzzled many over the years. Captured in Canada, it depicts a group leisurely seated on a rock. Yet, amid the period attire of the crowd, one individual starkly deviates from the norm. Situated at the photo's center, this man appears as if he's been lifted from a late 20th century beach and dropped into the past. His clothing, notably casual, baggy shorts and a relaxed t-shirt, contrasts sharply with the more formal wear of his contemporaries. This image gained notoriety when it was featured in Lester Ray Peterson's 1974 publication, The Great Cape Scott Story, which delved into the history of the Canadian region. Since its discovery, the central figure has earned the moniker Surfer Man, owing to his contemporary beach-like attire and notably modern hairstyle that seems untouched by the fashion of the early 1900s. Furthermore, the reactions of those surrounding him add to the enigma. Particularly, a man seated beside him appears almost baffled, casting a sideways glance that many interpret as shock or disbelief. Was the surfer man simply ahead of his time fashion-wise? Or could this photograph be an inadvertent glimpse into the world of time travel? To date, this captivating snapshot remains an unsolved historical riddle. Number 8. Victor Goddard's tales from his tenure in the Royal Air Force have intrigued many, hinting at the tantalizing prospect of time travel. His story began somberly during World War I, when an air mechanic, Freddie Jackson, met his tragic end, walking into a propeller blade. Yet the somberness gave way to shock on the day of Jackson's funeral. In a group photograph taken of the crew, Freddie Jackson's unmistakable face appeared in the top row, an eerie memento captured on film, recognized instantly by Victor Goddard. But this was only the beginning of Goddard's surreal experiences. A few years post the mysterious photograph, Goddard was tasked with inspecting an abandoned airfield in the Scottish village of Drem. It was in shambles, bearing scars of disuse. Yet, as he returned to his aircraft, inclement weather forced him to seek refuge. Deciding to wait out the rain at Drem, he found upon his return a starkly different sight. The once dilapidated airfield was alive and buzzing, basking under clear skies. The aircraft, including his own, were painted a vivid yellow. Disbelief met Goddard when he shared this perplexing experience, which he dubbed a vision. But reality would soon eerily echo his claims. By 1939, Drem's airfield was rejuvenated and operational, and every aircraft of the RAF bore the same bright yellow hue Goddard had witnessed. Was it a mere premonition, or had Goddard unwittingly journeyed through time? The mystery remains. Number 7. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, an engineering marvel located about 500 feet below the Earth's surface, is an impressive testament to human ingenuity. Spanning 27 kilometers, this superconducting magnet ring stands as the most potent particle accelerator ever constructed. The LHC is often seen as an emblem of complexities, its intricate design and vast functions appearing almost unfathomable. One of its most captivating potentials is the possibility of time travel. But how might this be achieved? Scientists posit that one key lies with the Higgs boson, often referred to as the God particle. This particle is believed to bestow mass upon other particles. If the LHC can produce the Higgs boson, it may, in turn, generate another particle known as the Higgs singlet. The intriguing aspect of these singlets is their supposed ability to traverse the fifth dimension, enabling them to journey either forward or backward in time, essentially making time travel conceivable. While this concept sounds like the makings of a science fiction novel, there are those who argue that such phenomena might have already been realized, with the broader public simply unaware of these groundbreaking achievements. Whether fact or fiction, the LHC undoubtedly remains at the forefront of scientific exploration and potential. Number 6. Is Greta Thunberg a time traveler? Greta Thunberg, the young climate activist, has captured global attention with her passionate plea for environmental change. Interestingly, a curious theory has emerged suggesting that Greta might be more than just a teen advocate. She could be a time traveler. A set of black and white photos have been circulating, showcasing a young girl bearing a striking resemblance to Greta, right down to her distinctive hairstyle and facial features. Some enthusiasts speculate that this could be Greta from the future, having journeyed back to our present era to warn humanity about the impending climatic cataclysms. Perhaps, in her timeline, she witnessed the Earth's degradation firsthand and decided to intervene in the past. While it's an intriguing narrative, fitting for a sci-fi plotline, there's no scientific proof to substantiate these claims. However, given Greta's remarkable impact and fervor, the idea of her being a special emissary from the future does add a touch of magic to her story. Regardless, her dedication to the planet's well-being remains commendable. Number 5. During the tense days of the Cold War, a mysterious photo and story emerged, intertwining time travel and international espionage. Andrew Basiago, an American attorney, has been ardently investigating the Pegasus Project's enigma for several years. Allegedly, this clandestine U.S. initiative sought to exploit the fabric of space-time, potentially gaining the upper hand against Soviet adversaries. Basiago's involvement? He purports to have been catapulted back in time to witness Abraham Lincoln delivering the iconic Gettysburg Address in 1863. Interestingly, Basiago's father was reportedly entangled in the project until its purported termination in 1968. The initiative supposedly endeavored to harness Einstein's relativity principles, leveraging wormholes to facilitate temporal excursions. The tale takes an even wilder twist. A photograph dated to the Gettysburg Address began circulating online. The image features a boy who Basiago insists is none other than himself, teleported from the late 1970s. Skeptics might question why an established lawyer would stake his reputation on such an outlandish claim. But Basiago stands firm, making it one of the most riveting, if not confounding, tales linked to the Cold War era. Whether a fabrication or a fragment of truth, it's undeniably an enthralling narrative. Number 4. The mystery caught on screen, Charlie Chaplin's films, iconic and filled with antics, have entertained generations. From his factory shenanigans to his escapades in the circus, Chaplin was a master at making audiences erupt in laughter. Yet sometimes television has its moments that give us pause, revealing mysteries tucked within familiar scenes. A particular scene from one of Chaplin's movies has sparked intrigue in our modern era. Captured within this frame, there's a painted horse, its stripes mimicking that of a zebra. Yet more intriguing is the woman behind it. She hurries, seemingly engrossed in an important errand, but it's her accessory that baffles many, what appears to be a smartphone clutched in her hand. Considering the era in which Chaplin's films were made, the presence of such a device is startling, to say the least. Could it be a simple prop misinterpreted by our tech-driven minds? Or has a time traveler managed to leave a mark on history, seizing her moment of fame in a Chaplin classic? While the notion might seem outlandish, our universe is filled with inexplicable wonders. In the realm of possibilities, who's to say time travel isn't one of them? Number 3. In the twilight of the year 2000, an individual named John Titor burst onto the online scene at the Time Travel Institute forum. He presented himself not as an ordinary member, but as a messenger from the year 2036. According to Titor, the future faced an impending doom, a devastating computer virus that threatened to erase the world from existence. His alleged mission was critical: to journey back to 1975 and secure an IBM 5100 computer, which he claimed held the crucial data needed to combat this future virus. Over subsequent months, Titor entertained a myriad of questions from forum members. He delved into descriptions of future events and realities, and even dished out technical specifics about the mechanics of time travel. His revelations weren't just limited to words. He shared images of his supposed time machine and detailed blueprints, aiming to solidify his claims. However, as mysteriously as he appeared, John Titor faded away. In 2001, he bid the online world farewell, hinting at a return to his timeline. Though he vanished from the virtual space, his legend continued to flourish. Today, he stands as a digital legend, captivating internet users globally. Devotees analyze his predictions and theories with fervor. While skeptics dismiss him as an elaborate hoax, others wonder if there might be a grain of truth in his tales. One thing's certain: a conversation with Titor would undoubtedly have been a once-in-a-lifetime encounter. Number 2. The man in the painting. In a curious artwork from the 1930s, every brushstroke seems to tell a tale from the medieval era. The canvas depicts scenes of rulers and their subjects, a blend of European and indigenous characters. Yet, as one's eyes wander through the intricate details, an unexpected anomaly emerges. There, nestled amidst the traditional scene, an indigenous figure is illustrated with what appears to be a device strikingly similar to a modern smartphone. The way he grips the object mirrors how many today, particularly those from an older generation, hold their devices. This incongruous detail begs the question: what could possibly have engrossed this figure so? Was he perusing ancient news, or perhaps viewing an artwork of his own? This perplexing detail is even more baffling when one considers the timeline. The painting from the 1930s depicts a device that bears a remarkable resemblance to IBM's invention from 1992, the smartphone. Could this be mere coincidence, an artist's imaginative foreshadowing, or is there a deeper tale of time travel interwoven into this canvas? The painting remains a captivating mystery, urging viewers to question the boundaries of time and reality. Number 1. The monkey astronaut. Nestled within ancient architecture, An intriguing statue has piqued the curiosity of many. A monkey, donned in what unmistakably appears to be a spacesuit. While monkeys venturing into space became a reality much later, this particular artifact dates back to a time between the 15th and 17th centuries, a period when the cosmos was yet to unveil its infinite mysteries to humankind. The juxtaposition is startling. How could artisans of a time, largely unaware of the vast expanse beyond our blue sky, envision a primate astronaut? The universe, as we understand it today, began its revelations only in the 20th century. So how does one reconcile this anachronistic sculpture with its historical context? One theory, thrilling and beguiling in equal parts, suggests time travel. Perhaps a voyager from our era or beyond journeyed back, sharing tales of cosmic adventures and primates as pioneers. This glimpse into the future might have inspired the artisans to immortalize the story in stone. While we've come across tantalizing hints pointing to the existence of time travel, concrete evidence eludes us. But who knows? Perhaps just around the corner of our timeline, we might find irrefutable proof of these temporal journeys. Until then, artifacts like the cosmic primate keep our imagination alight, reminding us that history, sometimes, holds more mysteries than the future.